What's up, everybody? This is Rich-tastic, otherwise known on PSN as Megatron6783, and we are taking a look at Bloodborne, in particular, the Father Gascoigne fight? Is that his name? Is that how you pronounce it, or is it Father Gascoigne? I don't think he's French, but yeah, it's basically the second boss that you will fight in Yharnam. Well, technically, it could be the first boss you fight if you go this way instead of the other way. But anyway, so here's just a quick run back from the lantern. It's actually a pretty quick run back. Here you see me taking on these ogre guys, and I would highly recommend getting accustomed to the parry system. I don't think it's called parry in this game. I think it's called like interference, or I don't know what the exact term is, but basically you use your pistol, and if you time it right, it basically acts as a parry pretty much, and it stuns your enemy and leaves them vulnerable to what is now known as a visceral attack instead of a critical or backstab. They call them visceral attacks in this game. So you take down those two ogres, and you're going to run to this elevator, which you unlock as you progress through the level. I don't know why I decided to shoot the lever there. I think I just hit the button. You'll see right now we are rocking in our inventory slot a very important item for this fight, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Yeah, so you take the elevator down, and there's going to be this bridge to cross. Now, I just didn't feel like dealing with the pig that is down at the bottom. You could totally bypass all of this. But it's simple enough, actually, to just do this. Trigger them to charge at you, and then you run back to the ladder, and you wait for the ball that is going to be coming down, and should be arriving any time now. There it is. So you let the ball kill as many of those guys as possible. I find that to be a lot easier than dealing with the pig, personally. If you've played the game, you know the pig that I'm talking about. But yeah, and then you just, cleaning up the scraps. Here, I think I'm killing these guys. You can totally just run past all of these guys as well. But I think I'm trying to get some blood vials so I can heal myself. As you can see right now, we have 17 blood vials and 17 quicksilver bullets. So I'm hoping to get a few more. Here's a fail of that parry system. I don't know if it's because I was on the steps that failed, but you can see I rocked that guy this time. And it's like you don't even use your weapon. It's like you shove your fist inside of them and like rip out their heart or something. Like it's really cool. I mean, this game is absolutely gorgeous right from the get-go. As somebody who's played Dark Souls 1 and 2 and Demon Souls and beaten them multiple times, I will admit that it took me a bit to get used to the new combat system. It's a lot quicker. I'm used to a shield, which you don't have the luxury of anymore. So it takes some getting used to, but it's very rewarding, just as rewarding. So there are two guys off to my right now. We're just going to walk slowly, not to piss them off, and we're going to charge up these steps, and that's the run to the boss. Now, my strategy for this boss fight is thus. You keep tombstones between you and kind of, because he's really quick, as you'll see right here. Look, I'm already being shot. I barely got through the fog gate. So you see here, I mean, he's fairly challenging. He's quick at first, but then again, once you learn the combats and the dodging and things like that, it's not so bad. So yeah, here I'm trying to recover my health. Trying to heal, get some separation. Now you'll notice a key component to this fight. It's not necessary for the fight at all. You can totally do it without it. But there is an NPC of a little girl that you can talk to if you search Yharnam. And she will ask you to find her mom and her dad, pretty much. But she's looking for her mom, and she gives you a tiny music box. And she makes mention that whenever her dad loses himself, they would play the music box, and that would calm him down. Well, this music box can be used in this fight to temporarily stagger Father Gascoigne here. You know, if he lets you use it, that is, you have to be within reasonable, you know, proximity to him when you do it, and you would hold square if it's equipped in your item bar, and you'll play the little music box. And I think I'm going to do it at some point soon to stagger him. It doesn't last very long, the stagger. I mean, it's a few seconds, and then he's over it, and he doesn't care anymore. So clearly, the music box must not be calming him anymore the way it used to. But yeah, I mean, he's got. See, I used the music box there, and I went to go for a stagger, which I missed completely. He is staggerable, and you can line him up for a visceral attack, which is what I was going for. So at the start of the fight, he has his axe in one hand and his gun. When you get him to about 50% or so, maybe a little bit more, he switches to his two-handed axe. And then he'll do this for a bit until you get him about, I'd say, 30% of the way down. And at that point, he's going to turn into something hideous. And that's when things get really tough. My first time through, I didn't use the music box, and I was able to get him down to his final form, if you will, and then I got annihilated by it. But you'll see here, I'm gonna use the music box again on him to stagger him at some point. I believe you only get 3 uses with the music box before he becomes totally immune. So there we go, I used it again. Now I'm going to try to go in for the visceral attack, and I missed it again because he turned around. But I promise we will land 1 visceral attack in this video against Father Gascoigne. So, I mean, this is my method, and I'm sure that some people are going to say, well, you cheese the fight, and, you know, that's perfectly acceptable. So here he is in his final form. He becomes a werewolf-looking thing. I used the music box on him. For some reason, it affected him a lot more this time. Get the visceral attack, which really saved my butt there. And now I'm just gonna go man mode it, and I just spam the button until he's dead. And there he goes. And there's Father Gascoigne, slaughtered. You know, some people say I cheesed it. And I'm sure that you can make that argument, but I don't think it's bad strategy to keep the pillars, you know, the tombstones and the trees between you guys, because he does do a lot of damage relatively quickly. And yeah, I think I'm level 8. Blood level, I guess it is now. Blood level 18. At this point, I've you know, leveled up my Saw Cleaver to about +3 at this point, maybe +2 or 3 at this point. So I just didn't want to grind it out and just keep killing things over and over. So we got through it. It's a fairly simple fight once you get the mechanics down. It really does boil down to learning how to dodge. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to stagger him with your gun if you were really quick about it, but his attacks are so quick, I just could not get it down. So, yeah, that's the second boss of Bloodborne. Really love it. I think artistically it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's the PS4 exclusive that I've been waiting for. I can't say most people are, but, you know, to each his own, I guess. So, that's about it. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I can get more footage of me killing the other bosses. I didn't get any footage on the PS4 of me killing the Cleric Beast, but I'm going to try to be a little more on top of recording the boss fights so that I could upload these things. So, if you like what you see, feel free to comment, like, whatever. It's up to you. Again, this was Rich Tastic, signing off.